Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to McAdie's Entertainment. I'm your host as always, Adam McGahee. Today, we'll be continuing our series of videos covering the barbaric histories of each character from the beloved Mortal Kombat franchise in celebration of the long-awaited MK1. In our last video, we went over the full tragic history of the slimy-skinned green ninja, the iconic reptile. I will have that video linked in the title card and the description below. In today's upload, we shall cover the bizarre and bloody backstory of the big bad warrior vampire mommy herself, Nitara. Recently announced to be played by actress Megan Fox in MK1, it made me intrigued to find out more about this unique character and what role she plays in the lore of this insane franchise. Her story is a gory one, so without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the bloody history of Mortal Kombat's Nitara. Making her first appearance in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Nitara, in the original timeline, is very much a traditional vampire from ancient folklore in the sense that she does need to feed on the blood of others to survive. However, instead of being full-on evil like Dracula or other vampires of the past, she is actually a bit more human in the sense that she is more self-serving, morally neutral, and at times heroic. She hails from the land of Eternus. Also, unlike most vampires, she can survive in certain types of sunlight. This is explained by the fact that only Earthrealm's light is hazardous to vampires. As such, she can freely move on from Outworld and other worlds during the day. Sporting a gothic appearance and overall aesthetic, she aims to separate her home dimension from Outworld. As a vampire, Nitara's moves seem to revolve around blood. One of her special moves is in fact a ball of plasma being shot at the enemy. Even her fatality in Deadly Alliance has her violently biting into her enemy's neck and draining their life force. Also, due to her wings, she can cover ample ground to either advance towards or retreat from the enemy in very little time. Throughout the events of Deadly Alliance, we discover that Nitara had spent a very long time trying to locate a mysterious orb that bound her realm to Outworld. After what felt like centuries of searching, she located the orb, but was dismayed that her journey had become even more difficult as it was submerged deep in molten lava. However, this would not keep a good vampire down, as she soon came across the cyborg ninja Cyrax and used her powers of persuasion to convince the dude to use his fireproof robot body to enter the magma and retrieve the orb for her. These powers of persuasion aren't quite what you're thinking though, as the woman had went full 3D chess on everyone and tricked Reptile into fighting Cyrax, where she had him destroy the teleporter on his arm. Locking him in Outworld, she then emerged from the shadows, where she promised to send him home if he got the orb for her. That's honestly genius. You want people to work for you for free? Just ask Nitara for tips. In her non-canon ending in Deadly Alliance, Nitara defeats Quan Chi and Shang Tsung, where we see her and Cyrax make it to Onaga's incubation chamber, where the orb rested. The cyborg was able to successfully obtain the device for her, where she kept her end of the bargain and sent him back to Earthrealm. Afterward, she picks up the orb, raises it above her head, and smashes it to the floor. The destroyed artifact explodes and knocks her out, where she later wakes up for the first time in her vampiric home realm. We would later see Nitara again during the events of Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Here she was working with her kind to rebuild her home of Eternus to its former glory. It would not be long after this that a mass genocide of her fellow vampires would begin, with each of them having the same violent style of wounds. These wounds came from a blade known as the Tusha that was specifically created to kill vampires. Destined to get to the bottom of this, Nitara was sent to the land of Edenia to destroy this blade and its user so she could finally save her people. Throughout her investigation, she would discover that the sword yielder was the demon Ashra, who was using it under the false belief that killing vampires would purify her soul. Done with this unnecessary bloodshed, Nitara would defeat Ashra in combat, saving her land once and for all. The last we would see of Nitara in this timeline would be in the Battle of Armageddon, where she was seen battling the ninja Smoke. Like nearly everyone else in this war, Nitara would be brutally killed, thus spelling her end in the initial Mortal Kombat dimension. The undead goth mommy would live on in the next world Raiden would create, just before being killed by Shao Kahn at the end of Armageddon. Here he would send a message to his younger self to prevent this timeline from happening, thus kicking off the new world in the events of Mortal Kombat 9. Here Nitara would not be seen too much, but her existence would be mentioned in the Mortal Kombat X comics, and even in Mortal Kombat 11, where Aaron Black would reveal that he and her had dated a bit before he moved on to Scarlet.
I stepped out with Nitara before you.
You clearly have a type, Aaron.
Just like living dangerously.
Man, dude is a cool cowboy and gets to date all the cool goth babes. How does it feel to live our dream, Aaron? While this dimension would also soon meet its end in the storyline of MK11, Liu Kang would gain the powers of a god as well as time, where he would rewrite history, resulting in the birth of the new world that we would see in Mortal Kombat 1. And that is a brief history on Nitara. With her grand return in the new timeline of MK1, I can only imagine what new undead life Megan Fox will bring to this character in this strange and beautiful new world. With its release right around the corner, I will do an updated video on her full story involving the events of MK1, so if you wish to see that, be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed today's content, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there is something I missed, let me know in the comments, along with suggestions for other characters or stories that you want to see us cover. If you enjoyed the music in this video, the intro and outro were made by my boy Ognihs. You can check out his Spotify in the link below. You can also check out our McAdee's merch store, also in the link below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.